You are listening to The Investor's Guide to Scorpio Ranch and Phoenix Bloom by Sasha Wallace. Narrated for you by Sasha Wallace. Donations to paypal.me/Bloom Healing. Inquiries bloomhealing22@gmail.com. The locations of the Home Tree Farm eco-villages are Sunsite Ranches in Arizona and Gunsight Ranches in Texas. Chapter 8. The Red Zone. Our Locations. Part 1. X marks the spot. This page shows a map detailing the location of Phoenix Bloom in Arizona all the way to Scorpio Ranch in Texas, with New Mexico in the middle. This is a not to scale map, but it shows the distance and the time between Scorpio Ranch in Gunsight Ranches, Texas, to Phoenix Bloom Sunsite Ranches in Arizona. Going through El Paso and Fort Bliss on the US side, it takes 341 miles to drive, or 6 hours driving time. If you feel up to the journey, you'll be able to charge up your electric vehicle at either of our eco-villages and stop for a picnic in the Franklin Mountains State Park, close to the Texas border, with New Mexico on one side and the country of Mexico on the other. You can experience incredible night sky gazing here and pitch a tent under the same Class 1 level dark skies as the Marfa Lights and Fort Davis. Or why not drive north to the famous Area 51 Alien Center in Roswell, New Mexico? NB. The alleged crash site itself remains a restricted area for advanced weapons testing and authorized military training personnel only, so caution is advised. However, a fascinating visitor center lies very close by. Definitely well worth a visit. More details and its location can be found here: www.area51aliencenter.net. There is also an official UFO museum on Roswell Street. Red Zone Locations Part 2. Scorpio Ranch is a 53-acre property located at Gunsight Ranches, Sierra Blanca, in Hudspeth County, Texas, and the zip code is 79851. Off Gunsight Road on Highway RM 1111 near Eagle Tank Lake and Reservoir, we are located at the crossroads of 3 main highways. The altitude here is at an elevation of upwards of 1,361 meters. Driving distances include 1 hour to Van Horn, 1 hour 8 minutes to Fort Hancock, 2 hours to Ciudad Juarez and El Paso on the Rio Grande at the border of Mexico and the USA, 2 hours 30 minutes to El Paso International Airport, 2 hours 15 minutes to the Marfa Lights, Class 1 level dark skies viewing area, 2 hours 30 minutes to Alpine, 3 hours exactly to Area 51 in Roswell in the state of New Mexico, 3 hours and 34 minutes to the Mescalero Reservation and the Lincoln National Forest, 6 hours to Tucson, and 8 hours to the Navajo Nation Reservation. Scorpio Ranch. 95.8% of the 268,000 square miles in Texas is privately owned and closed to the public, a situation that is totally unique in the US. Many US states own government land under the Bureau of Land Management, or BLM, which is open to the public, and often backs onto resale properties, vastly extending the perimeter of the owner's property line. The only BLM in Texas, however, is the 12,000 acre crossbar management area in the Panhandle, which is being restored to its natural shortgrass prairie ecosystem and currently closed to the public. Gunsight Ranches is found across a sprawling 32,000 acres in West Texas, famous for centuries for its majestic wildlife and birds, earning its name and its famous reputation for year-round big game hunting. We are very proud to announce that our little corner of Gunsight Ranches, a rectangular parcel of 53 acres of gently rolling hills, lush vegetation, and arable land, has now been designated as a protected wilderness reserve, where all hunting and trapping is forbidden within our perimeter fences. Red Zone, our locations. Part 3. Phoenix Bloom is 2.6 acres. Close to the Dragoon mountain range are the towns of Tombstone, Gleason, Cortland, and Pierce, better known as the Ghost Trail of mining communities. The trail begins at Pierce and continues to Tombstone. Our satellite base camp, Phoenix Bloom, is just 1 mile south of Pierce, an old mining town founded in 1893 and considered the last of Arizona's gold and silver stampede towns. Before the gold rush, it was originally rich in turquoise, the precious blue mineral sacred to the Native American people. Other notable mining areas are found at Wilcox, Benson, and Bisbee, just a 30-minute drive away. These areas are surrounded by the incredible mountain ranges of the Sulphur Spring Valley. Close by is the site of the famous gunfight at the OK Corral and the Kartchner Caverns State Park, and less than a day's drive brings you to the majestic Grand Canyon. If you happen to be traveling through Cochise County and want to purchase a real souvenir, please make a pit stop at the wonderful Rattlesnake Crafts in Gleason. NB. All types of mining and prospecting on our properties are strictly forbidden. Phoenix Bloom is located at Sunsite Ranches in Ash Creek Elementary District, part of Cochise County, Arizona. The zip code is 85610. We are located between the towns of Elfrida and Sunizona on Highway RM 191. The altitude crosses from 4,147 feet to 4,638 feet in elevation. We are 30 minutes to Pierce, Wilcox, Benson, and Tombstone, 1 hour to Chiricahua Peak, Douglas, Sierra Vista, and the Coronado National Forest, 1.5 hours to Whitmire Canyon Wilderness Study Area, 1.5 hours to Tucson, 2.5 hours to Gila Valley, Gila River, and the San Carlos Reservation, 3 hours to Phoenix, 4.5 hours to Ciudad Juarez and El Paso on the Rio Grande, at the border of Mexico and the USA, 4.5 hours to Gila National Forest, Apache Sitgreaves, Yavapai Apache Nation Reservation, and Apache Natal, 4.5 hours to Camp Verde and Fort Apache Reservation, 7.5 hours to the Navajo Nation Reservation, and 8 hours exactly to Las Vegas. You have been listening to The Investor's Guide to Scorpio Ranch and Phoenix Bloom by Sasha Wallace. Narrated for you by Sasha Wallace. Donations: paypal.me/Bloom Healing. Inquiries: bloomhealing22@gmail.com. The locations of the Home Tree Farm Eco Villages are Sunsite Ranches in Arizona and Gunsight Ranches in Texas. We can't wait to see you soon. Thank you.